Hey everybody, welcome to a special showcase video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my 1.16 snapshot hardcore world that I've been streaming over at my Twitch channel. Link to that is down below if you want to see all of this action live. While I've been waiting for the official 1.16 release to happen, I couldn't help myself. I really wanted to start a hardcore survival world, and just to really test out all the new nether and all the new snapshots and all the new things that are in that. And I figured I would go ahead, since I haven't really shown all you guys on YouTube what this video is like, or what this world is like. I decided I would make a little bit of a showcase video to kind of show you all what exactly has happened in this world, what all is around here. You'll see behind me my giant wheat field, but there's a little bit more to this world than just that. So sit back, relax. If you guys have any questions about the world, any questions about statistics or advancements or any other builds within this world, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I do recommend watching this entire video before you comment so that you can see if your feature, if your question becomes answered in this video. But guys, without further ado, it's time to get into it. Let's get on into this world tour / showcase. I'm currently in snapshot 20W20B, as you see in the top left hand corner of the video. And the reason I stay on this snapshot and I'm not on the current Minecraft snapshot for the new update is the new snapshot breaks some features. Namely, if the nether fortresses that I generated in previous snapshots won't spawn wither skeletons and blazes, and there's like a weird the inventory bug that I really don't want to deal with. So I decided not to deal with it. But as you can see, we're on an island. This world started actually on an island. Over there was the island I actually spawned on. There's little different islands around here. There's a bit of mainland over that way, which I'll explore in just a minute for you guys, or I guess a little later on in this video. But we spawned on this island, and so I figured I would make myself an island base. And I found this other island over here, and decided I had a bigger plan for that center island, so I figured I would make a starter island over here on this smaller island. You'll see I have my starter house right here. Everyone always asks me, White, when are you making a house? White, when are you making a house? And so I decided I would make a house to sort of test out the style of builds that I wanted to do in this world. As you can see, we're using birch, we're using oak wood, we're using bricks and granite, which I guess I'm kind of known for now. And I think that this build has turned out pretty well. If we head inside of here, you'll see I have a sign here that says go upstairs to sleep, because I always forget to go upstairs. I always go downstairs to sleep. Over here we have a stream redemption that I had. It was called a little Easter egg redemption that I did for one of my moderators. So it's like a little library area right there. If we head up to the second floor, you'll see my bedroom with my first set of enchanted diamond armor, as well as an extra, or enchanted iron armor, sorry, and an extra set of enchanted armor right there. And I also decided to put all my furnaces and like different kinds of blocks in here. I was going to originally make this into a barrel storage room, but I thought it'd be a little too claustrophobic, so I divided it up into these areas. This area isn't complete, but I think it served us pretty well so far. No automatic furnace setups just yet, but this furnace setup has worked just fine for me. And if we head on down here, you can see my brewing stand over here. The only completed part of the interior, aside from that library, is my storage room right here. We've got all of our wooden and leaves here. We've got our mob drops. We've got some of the nether items in here, and potion brewing stuff, and end supplies right there. We have some of our valuables over here, and armor and tools. Extra armor and tools, I should probably say. Got ourselves some extra things right here, some greens, some sand, some gravel and dirt and bricks and food and whatnot. And over here we have a lot of our stones, or cobblestone stone, and the 3 different types of other kinds of stones. And that's really all I've done here for the interior. I tried adding in some mixtures of some of the stripped birch with the birch flooring here. I've used this before in a type of build, and I think I really enjoyed this, so I figured I would try it out here. This build was also loosely based on my Afterlife SMP Season 3 spawn house, and so I figured basically all I did for this is I moved the part extending out from this side to that side and changed up some of the wood types and trying to change up some of the style, such as, if we go to the back here, I forgot to go through it, you'll see a little bit of a dock right here coming off of here where we can fish off of in the future if I plan on doing that. But I don't think I'll really fish off of here. I don't really see much of a point in fishing, so I haven't really done it. Now, some of you guys may know this, but I may or may not be known for giant fields of wheat. So I decided on the starter island, why not make a giant field of wheat? And someone on stream had told me that maybe I should do a little bit of a sugarcane border all the way around. So I decided to do that, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it worked out pretty well. Basically, we have the water sources in the middle here. with oak slabs on top and a lantern on top to light everything up. And I think this area has turned out pretty dang well, actually. I don't know what you guys think. Feel free to let me know down in the comment section below, but I love Fields of Wheat. Well, this is one of my favorite parts of the game, is actually just sitting down, relaxing, having a nice water or whatever drink you want to have beside you, and just planting some crops. I think it's really soothing, really relaxing, and it's a fun thing to do just in my spare time. And as you can see, one of the more recent additions to this world, we have ourselves the main pathway here. I decided to go for the path blocks. I don't normally use the path blocks too much for pathways, but I've been using them a little more over on the Afterlife server, and I figured I would try them out here. So as you can see, use the path blocks with cobblestone and gravel to border them. I think it turned out pretty well. It actually looks like the pathway that I was intending. I think we need more details on the sides here to make this area really pop. But apart from that, I think the base pathway is looking pretty good. Over here, you'll see the very two most recent additions. We've got 2 floating islands right here, and I've started work on the bridges that head up to them. This is actually another viewer's suggestion. Basically, the suggestion was to have some floating islands around the area, and maybe have some bridges to them. So I decided to bridge, to basically, in order to bridge, in order to walk from the starter island over to the main island, you have to walk across this bridge, across these floating islands, over to there. And so the bridges themselves are all in place. I've added in some leaves. I haven't finished the bridges, but the floating islands themselves are pretty much finished. This island I like a lot more. Actually, we fly over this way. We can get a better view of this. But I like this floating island a lot more. It's smaller. It makes a lot more sense. This one's a little too wide, but this is survival. Nothing is going to be perfect. And I think for the way I do things, I think it turned out a lot better than it could have. So I may change that in the future, but for now, it's going to stay as it is. Now over here, we'll head over to the main source of XP and mob drops and stuff for this world. We have ourselves a generic darkroom spawner here. Basically the way that this works is that there's 4 platforms up there that mobs can spawn on, all with trapdoors on every side. Mobs can spawn on them, and when they are walking around, sometimes they'll walk over the space in which the trapdoors are, because they'll think that the trapdoors are actually a block that they can walk over. And as you can see, they'll fall down into some water streams, as you can see right there, and then drop down into this chute. And as you can see, they're falling here. So all we have to do is swing our sword, and we'll get some pretty nice XP and some loot drops from this. This is actually what I got to get all the rockets that I need for my elytra. Because yes, I have defeated the dragon in this world, which I think is very useful. We actually defeated the dragon 4 times, believe it or not, but because of a bug in this snapshot, only 2 of the portals to the other dimensions, or to the rest of the end, have been unlocked. So I have to wait for another snapshot, hopefully in the future, to fix that, so that we can go ahead and fight more dragons. I have all the crystals for it. I think I have crystals for another 3 dragon fights to respawn the dragon, but I just haven't done it yet because I want to wait for the end portals to happen, to like actually spawn whenever I defeat the dragon. Of course, we have the other thing I'm known for, which is giant cow farms. So we have ourselves a cow farm here. PETA, please don't come after me. This is definitely humane. I love this cow farm. It's provided all the steak I ever need for my life. So definitely happy to have that. And if we head over to here, you'll see the only thing I've done on this main island so far, and that is the nether portal. So big thank you to, I was actually watching Blondskunk's video today about different nether portal designs. He mentioned this and I didn't realize it, but this actually looks pretty cool inside of a tree trunk. The whole point here, this was originally meant to be a giant tree, but to be honest, I didn't really want to build the entire giant tree. So I decided to make it into a tree trunk instead, or a tree stump, I should say, instead. And that way, I don't have to build a whole tree, but it can still look pretty cool. And so I built this portal in the side of the tree stump here. It has some of the crimson forest oozing out of it, because we have a crimson forest right next, or pretty close to where this portal is. This portal actually spawned in a basalt delta, but we have a crimson forest right next to it. And I think this looks pretty good. This was another viewer suggestion as well, was to do some of the nether oozing out. And I think it looks pretty cool. Got ourselves some roots here as well, with all kinds of leaves on top of it. I debated putting a 4th root on here, but I think the 3 roots do this place justice. It needs some more, I don't know, small features around it. I think it might need some like little shoots growing off of the roots, or maybe off of the top there. But apart from that, I think this works out pretty well. I think this worked out pretty dang well. I'll mention this real quickly because this is where I first really started off in the world, but down here, you'll see a little bit of a mine shaft. If we sort of head down here real quick, this is where I first dug down and I found this cave, and I went down here and I found all this cave down here. The nether portal used to be over there until I moved it above the surface. And if you see down here, we have a little bit of a strip mine down that way. There we go. Yep, way down here, I've used a lot of this for underground dirt mining because I'm constantly running out of dirt, as well as for diamond mining at first to get all of these tools. I actually did a lot of shipwreck hunting as well, and buried treasure hunting, and nether fortress hunting, which is how I got actually a lot of my diamonds in this world. I should also mention that I do have netherite. I have a netherite pickaxe, a netherite hoe, and full netherite gear as well. I haven't gotten enough netherite to get anything else yet, but I'm kind of doing that bit by bit, getting as much TNT as I can and doing some TNT mining at Y16 or 15 or something like that, to get myself as much ancient debris as I can so that I can get as much netherite as possible. You can use the smithing table with a netherite ingot to convert your diamond tools with all of their enchants on it over to netherite tools and armor and whatnot. So I've been using that trick and it's helped out an absolute ton. But in terms of these two islands, that's pretty much all I've done so far. There's one more thing I want to show you guys. You guys are probably wondering, what on earth, how do I get mending? Because everything on here has mending. Everything has mending, mostly on breaking. They're pretty good enchants. And obviously you can't get mending from an enchantment table. So if we actually head over to this mainland, there's this desert right next to this island. I should probably also mention that this was a random seed. I didn't actually choose to get a survival island, but it just kind of happened, which is actually very good for hardcore because it's a lot easier to survive if you don't have to deal with mobs on every side of you. You just have to light up one island and then you're good. So for me, it was a lot easier, and I actually didn't light up the entire top island before I actually went underground. So I think it made it easier to go underground because a bunch of mobs were spawning above ground right above me, and so I didn't have to worry about mobs spawning around me in the caves. So as you can see, this iron golem was really beat up. I don't know why he's so beat up, but if we go over here, if I climb up this way and I skedaddle down to here, you'll see I have myself a mending villager. We had this village here. Ooh, 8 emeralds now. I thought he was 7 before. I guess I gotta start trading with him more. But yeah, we got ourselves a mending villager right there, which is pretty cool. I went over to this village. I found the village pretty early on, and I decided I wanted to use this village for its villagers and get as many villagers as I can with all the book trades that I need. So the only 2 book trades I really need, I've already gotten. If we go up here, that was almost a bad idea. I could let the villager out. We head down to here, you'll see I have another villager down here. This is an Unbreaking 3 librarian selling Unbreaking 3 for 20 emeralds, because Unbreaking is actually not that common. So it's been pretty nice having an Unbreaking 3 villager, and I've been using this village to get some more emeralds and stuff. There's a farmer over here that I've traded quite a bit with, and there was a desert temple right here, and this desert temple actually had, I think, both a mending book. Was it a mending book? Some kind of special book, and it had a feather falling 4 book, which is very rare. You do not get feather falling 4 very easily at all, but even rarer in an actual one of these desert temples. So I got really lucky with that, and I'm super thankful. This seed in general is actually a lot better of a seed than you might have thought it would be. Survival islands aren't necessarily always the best seeds, but it's turned out pretty well. And I very much enjoyed this. And I won't go over to the end portal, but the end portal is way that way. It's about 1,500 blocks out that way, and like 400 this way. There's nothing really there. All I've done there is I've visited the end portal, gone to the end, defeated the dragon, gone to end cities, defeated shulkers and stuff. I almost died once or twice in the end, which is pretty interesting. Not to the dragon, but to the shulkers. Actually, I fell after their levitation, and kaputs went my health. I think I went down to 2 hearts maybe. That's the closest I've been to death so far. So yeah, and we've also fought a wither. I should probably mention that. Although you've probably already seen that with the beacon over here. Yeah, we've already fought one wither, and it was actually a really easy fight. If you fight them underground and you have enough potions and stuff, it really is not difficult. All I did for it was do a lot of bow spamming, and then once I went into sword mode, just make sure that I was covered and that the wither couldn't see me, so I could just hit it with my sword all the time. But yeah, that's really it for the island. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. I will show off some of my advancements as well. I'll show you guys some of the statistics that we've gone through. So we've gotten all the advancements of the regular Minecraft section, except for the curing a zombie villager. Obviously, because we had the village, I didn't need to do that. Husbandry, we've gotten most of them except for the balanced diet, the bee ones. Actually, we got the honey bottle from there from a bee nest on the main island. Breeding all the animals, because I've only bred cows so far, and taming all the cats because I don't really have any cats. I need to get some cats from villages and stuff and start breeding them to get that, so we'll do that a little bit later. In terms of the nether, I haven't done a whole lot of these. I haven't done the respawn anchor yet. I have actually done this, but they updated the advancements after the snapshot in which I actually did this in. I haven't ridden a strider yet. I haven't done a furious cocktail. I haven't gotten a full beacon. Traveled 7 kilometers in the overworld through the nether. Made a lodestone or rescued a gaskin, brought it to the overworld. So we'll have to do that somewhere pretty safe, hopefully. Not on this island. Definitely not on this island. And over here we have the only advancement I don't have so far is levitating up 50 blocks, but that shouldn't be too difficult to do. I just need to make sure I can MLG water bucket, hopefully. Otherwise I might die, which could be dangerous. And over here in the adventure advancements, yeah, there's a lot here I haven't done. I haven't explored like half the biomes. Anything with pillagers I haven't done. I haven't even encountered a phantom. I've slept through every single night. Haven't made honey blocks or spawned iron golems. This will be the last one we do because this world I'm actually not using totems in, so I don't have a single totem. I don't plan on carrying a single totem with me at all in this world. To me, and there's different philosophies about totems in hardcore worlds, it is a part of the game, so if you use it, it makes perfect sense to use it. I just think it defeats the purpose of hardcore, which is one life, because if you use the totem, you've basically died once. You haven't actually died, but you should have died. So to me, that means that it's no longer one life. So I try not to use totems. I've tried to kill all the monsters. I haven't gotten to that big of a sniper duel with skeletons, and I haven't even encountered a trident yet. So in terms of statistics, if you guys want to know anything specific, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. These are actually now in alphabetical order. So if you guys are playing in the snapshots, it's very easy now to find stuff like time played and whatnot. But if we head down into here, we are down at 2.18 days played, which I believe is about 50 hours. If I get my calculator out, 2.18 times 24 gives us 52.32 hours. That's how much time I've spent. That's how much real life time I've spent in the game. So over the span of about a month in real life, I've spent 52 of those hours within this world, which I think is actually not bad at all. And if you want more like item stuff, you can see the number of times I've mined things. Feel free to pause the video and take a look at these if you would like to. It's pretty interesting. The number of times used is obviously the netherite pickaxe is the most. I picked up a lot of netherrack doing a lot of TNT mining for ancient debris. I've dropped a lot as well. In terms of mobs, the most important stat here, some of the most important ones, I killed a dragon 4 times, as I mentioned, but we only have 2 end gates. What else is there? Let's see. I've killed 479 skeletons. I think that's the most I've killed. Those are all, most of those are at least, are from the mob spawner that we have in this world. So yeah, if you guys have any specific questions though, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. My head looks very weird with this netherite helmet on. If you guys haven't checked out the snapshots yet, feel free to. If you're someone who doesn't like to check out snapshots, I apologize for this video and spoiling some stuff. Hopefully I didn't spoil too much for you. I didn't go into the nether either, so you guys haven't seen, if you haven't been in the snapshots, you haven't seen all of the nether stuff. So a lot of stuff's happening. With this game. I have no idea. But before I get any questions, I have no idea when the next snapshot. Well, the next snapshot will be out on Wednesday probably, but I have no idea when there's gonna be a pre-release or when the full release is coming out. No one knows. Only Mojang has any sort of idea as to when that's actually gonna come out. So be patient, guys. If you're waiting for that sort of stuff, it may take a little bit for them to iron out all the bugs and whatnot. That's what snapshots are for. Snapshots are just experimental versions. They're not meant to have a long-standing world in, which is why I sort of want to have this world, which this world wasn't meant to be a long-standing world. It was just meant to sort of try out all the different features and whatnot. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna wrap things up for this tour video. Like I said before, if you have any suggestions or comments for me, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But anyways, guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.